In this video today, I want to share with you what keeps most of the people stuck in their life and how, if you want, you can take charge of your life whenever you want. So, I'm making this video for someone who is feeling maybe stuck in wherever situation, whatever situation you are. So, if you're in a situation where maybe you're not feeling that you have complete control over your finances, maybe you are feeling stuck in a job which you hate, maybe you are in a situation where you believe that there is a better future for you, this video is for you. Now, I'm sharing this with you because this is something which I have learned, applied, and got some amazing results out of it. So whatever I'm going to share with you is going to come out from my heart directly. So even if I am going to be presenting you some of the ideas, I want you to take away what you feel is going to be helping you in your life. If you believe there is nothing is going to help you, which is not going to be the case in case, but just in case if you feel, then maybe it's not fit for you, and you can ignore whatever I say. Now, I believe everyone has the right to become rich. Okay, and द रीज़न आई से दिस इज़ बिकॉज अगर आप इस यूनिवर्स को देखोगे, हर तरफ अबंडेंस ही अबंडेंस है. बट वॉट हैपन्स इज ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, जब हम एज अ ह्यूमन फॉर्म में आते हैं ना, ह्यूमन को ह्यूमन बींग्स कहा जाता है. सो वी एज ह्यूमन्स वी हैव बीन गिवन दिस पावर दैट वी कैन डिसाइड टू बी विच एवर वे वी वॉन्ट. और ये एक बुक भी है, वो कहती है द पावर ऑफ योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड. जिस चीज़ को आप सच्चे मन से चाहोगे वही आपको मिल जाएगी, वही आपका सच हो जाएगा. नाउ व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इज फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, वो अपने अगेंस्ट ही कुछ ना कुछ गलत सोच जाते हैं. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे आर थिंकिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ वरी. और अगर कुछ भी उनको लाइफ में अच्छा स्टेप भी लेना होता है, अपनी लाइफ को आगे बढ़ाना होता है, लेट्स से इफ समबडी वांट्स टू मूव टू अ हायर लेवल ऑफ जॉब, और दे वांट टू स्टार्ट देयर ओन बिजनेस, दे वांट टू लर्न सम न्यू स्किल्स, what's happening is for most of the people they have been conditioned in such a way कि वो पहले तो अपनी पास्ट में देखते हैं एंड दे आर जस्ट सर्चिंग इन दी पास्ट कि क्या क्या ऐसे बैड एक्सपीरियंस हुए थे जब उन्होंने कुछ करने की कोशिश की और वो नहीं कर पाए. सो दे आर जस्ट डिगिंग इन दैट डर्ट, एंड देन वो अपने फ्यूचर में इमेजिनेशन के लिए उन लोगों के एग्जाम्पल्स ढूंढते हैं कि कैसे कितने सारे लोग थे जिन्होंने अपना बिजनेस ट्राई किया या नई जॉब ट्राई की और जो फेल हो गए. आई होप यू विल एग्री विद मी, ऐसा ही होता है. सो व्हेन वी एज अ ह्यूमन बींग्स, हमें कुछ भी व्हेन आई वाज इन माय जॉब एंड आई यूज्ड टू थिंक अबाउट बिजनेस, आई यूज्ड टू थिंक अबाउट कि कैसे ये बहुत रिस्की हो सकता है. एंड आई यूज्ड टू थिंक ऑफ ऑल दोज पीपल जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया और वो फेल हो गए. Whereas I should have been looking for people जिन्होंने start किया और वो success हो गए, and asking the question from me how I can model them and how I will be successful. So one is कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा अपने ही against सोचने लगते हैं. Now what this does is it gives us a feeling of helplessness, और हम कोई भी action आगे ले नहीं पाते और हम अपनी situation में ही stuck होते हैं. Now let's assume if you want to change your life. So first of all, I want you to be really clear on this idea कि next 3 से 4 years में आप अपनी life देखना कैसे चाहते हैं. You know what? हमने एक survey किया and I was really amazed to see कि more than 95% of the people, they don't have any clear idea कि next 4 to 5 years में वो अपनी life कैसे जीना चाहते हैं. एंड आई वोंट ब्लेम देम, बिकॉज अगर आप मेरी लाइफ देखेंगे, बाय द टाइम आई वॉज 42 ईयर्स ऑफ एज, अगर मैं अपनी हिस्ट्री में जाऊँ, आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग व्हेन आई वॉज समवेयर बिटवीन 24 ईयर्स ऑफ एज, एंड for good 18 years of my life, I was trading my time for money, doing jobs which I really hated at some times, and I was only doing it for money, to be very frank. And there were good people who were working with me, but that's not what I wanted. So I wanted to have a life where I have time freedom, where I could go out and enjoy my time the way I want. I have a time to go to gym, I have time to spend with my wife, my kids, and do some amazing stuff, parents के साथ रह सकूं, rather than इतनी दूर मैं अपनी family से दूर रहता था. And then one day, fortunately for me, something great happened, so I had to leave my job. And at that point in time, मुझे ये लगा कि यार अब मैं आगे लाइफ में करूँगा क्या. Fortunately for me, I understood certain principles which I'm going to share with you today. My friend, this, हम इस planet पे रहते हैं, अर्थ पे, and on this planet everything works on certain principles. Now these principles, these are like God's automation. Okay, it's like law of gravity. Now law of gravity आपको दिखता नहीं है. Can you see gravity कहाँ है? नहीं दिखता, but it is always working. And so principles are those things which are working every time for you, me, and anybody on this planet, so they don't differentiate. Now, similarly, the power of your subconscious mind. This is a principle, okay? It's going to work for you every time, whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. Now, let's come on the principles of how you can get out of the rut or get out of the rat race and create an amazing life for yourself, if you are really interested to know that. Now, first of all, the first and the major question is, what do you really want to have in your life in the next 3 to 4 years? Now, please understand, only as human beings we have been given this power that we can imagine our future in our minds so vividly that we can be clear of what is the kind of life we want. Now, I want you to be really clear on what is the kind of life you want, and what I would suggest is, if you could write it down, okay? If you could write it down कि हाँ मैं कैसी जिंदगी जीना चाहता हूँ और मैं कैसा लाइफस्टाइल चाहता हूँ, एंड देन यू ऑल्सो सम इट अप विद कि ये सब करने के लिए मुझे क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा. Okay, now for me, I'm just sharing this with you just to help you and guide you, in a direction. So when I left my job, I wanted to create a life जहाँ पे मैं घर से काम कर सकूँ, मैं बहुत सारे लोगों को इम्पैक्ट कर सकूँ, मैं अपना फाइनेंशियल टर्न अराउंड कर सकूँ, मैं अपना फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंट क्रिएट कर सकूँ. आई वांटेड टू हैव अ बिजनेस विच कुड आई कुड वर्क फ्रॉम एनीवेयर. तो आज अगर मेरे को ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी जाना है तो मैं अपना आई विल जस्ट पिक अप माई कैमरा, माई लैपटॉप, एंड आई कैन गो टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड आई कैन वर्क फ्रॉम एनीवेयर. बिकॉज what I'm doing right now is I'm helping people to build their business on the internet so that they can make their selling machine, and at the same time I'm selling some amazing affiliate products which is giving me huge profits, and which anybody can do, by the way. Now, so think about this. सबसे पहले you need to be really clear on what is the kind of life you want. Now let's say you imagine कि आपको एक बड़ा घर चाहिए, बड़ी गाड़ी चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए. Now, first of all, please do not put any limitations on your mind that what is possible and what is not possible for you. That is the mistake which most of the people are doing. वो अपना past history देखते हैं, they think they have failed, and then they are only looking for examples of failures, and then they are into this feeling of helplessness. So you need to understand, when you will have a positive imagination, now let's work on कि ये positive imagination सच कैसे होगी. Now let's say if you are clear on कि कैसी life चाहिए, now will you agree with me, in order to live that life you will need lots of money, right? बहुत सारा पैसा लगेगा. Now how can you have lot of money in your life? Now my friend, there are two ways of making money. I want you to understand this. One is, which has been sold to a lot of people, which is, people have been told that you will have to trade your time in order to make money. Okay, and so they are in a job, and in a job they are tied. So let this anchor be the, they are tied to time, and now they can only make a limited amount of money over a time. तो अगर किसी को सैलरी कुछ मिलती है 30 days में, उतनी सैलरी मिलती है, उतनी ही मिलेगी, because they are tied to time. But the other way of making money is when you sell a product. Okay, now the good part is, if you could sell, let's say 100 products in a month, where your average profit is 10,000 rupees, still you can make 10 lakh rupees very easily. Now I'm just showing you this math. You could sell 10 products at 1,000, at 1,000 margin, or you could sell 100 at a 10,000, or you could sell one product at 10 lakh rupees as well and still make 10 lakh rupees. Now at this point in time, you might be thinking that, Vinay, why should anybody be buying from me, and why should anybody be paying this much of money to me? And that's a very good and a valid question. And so let me help you. If you want to make a lot of money, which is this thing which you need in order to live your dream life in the next 3 to 4 years, well, definitely you will need certain skills which will help you to perform some act with which you can actually generate that money. But most importantly, my friend, remember, people will pay you when you are solving some problem in the marketplace. So think about this. Can you really go out and solve a big problem in the marketplace? Because if you will go out and if you can help a lot of people with something which is required by them, that's the way you will start making money. Now that's what I did. I went on the internet, और मेरे को affiliate marketing करना था, so I went on the internet. I did not had any products, and I just learned how to sell, and I started selling those products. And over a period of time, I created, my own different products, and then I became, more expert, and I understood why businesses are failing. And today I do business consultation as well, where we charge, upward towards 1 lakh rupees per hour, and somebody wants a day with us, we charge them 3 lakh rupees for a day as well. Now this is possible for you as well when you have a vision that what do you really want to achieve in the next 3 to 4 years. Now, in order to do this, what you need to do now is, if you really want to apply all these steps, number one is you need to understand how rich people think about money, how middle class think about money, and how poor people think about money. So the purpose of money for poor people is they will only use it to buy things. So they are getting used by money, and they will only use money to buy things. Now the purpose of middle class is again to buy things and to maintain their credit. So they will maintain their credit score so that they can get some good credit, they can get some loans, and they can buy stuff which is not even required by them. So people will buy phones, they will buy cars, they will buy mobile phones, and they will invest lakhs and lakhs of rupees on that, vacation pe jayenge. Now, if you go to a middle class and tell them that why did you not invested 10 lakh rupees to build a business, they will have no answer, because they have been conditioned, they have been programmed to buy a car of 70 lakh rupees or 15 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees, but they have been also conditioned not to invest in business so that वो अपनी जिंदगी गलती से भी अच्छी ना कर लें. And at the same time, rich understand this. So what rich do is rich use their money to make more money, and they understand that what they need is they need to create a product or service or a solution which is required by people. And so what they do is they create that product or service or solution, and then they reach out to a lot of people, and then they serve them with that product or service, and then money becomes the byproduct of them going out and helping those people. Does it make sense, my friend? So if you think about this, if you connect the dots now, all of us, we have been blessed by God, because God wants us to have an abundant life. जैसे ऑक्सीजन लेते हुए हमें सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, ऐसे ही हमारे को पैसे के लिए भी सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, because there is ample amount of money in this world. सोच के देखिए, जब स्टार्ट हुआ था तो इकोनॉमीज कितनी छोटी थी, और every year government is printing more money because consumption बढ़ रहा है. So money is just like a fruit. The more you eat, the more seeds you expose, and the beauty is हर seed से और fruit नहीं आते, और trees आते हैं which produce many fruits. Okay, so money, you need to understand that your money could be your best fruit, but you need to understand how to, where to invest your money, and you need to use your money in order to make more money. So smart advice would be, if you are feeling stuck, first of all, reduce all your expenses. All your expenses should be taken away. तो आपके घर की EMI, आपकी कार की EMI, anything which is not helping you make money, any kind of investment which is not helping you make money is a bad investment. So this phone, if it is not helping me to make money, it is a bad investment. Now I can use this phone to make money as well, by the way, right? And I use this phone, I use this iPad to make money, right? I use my computer to make money, because I do affiliate marketing. I sell other people's products across the globe, which anybody can do. And so, but let's say if somebody says कि कि एक बड़ा घर लेना है, now that house, until unless I literally know how to make money out of it, it is a depreciating asset for me. और कितने सारे लोग एक हाउस का लोन लेते हैं और उसी की किस्त देते रहते हैं, कितने सारे लोग टीवी ले लेते हैं, expensive TV ले लेते हैं, vacations पे चले जाते हैं. So if you want to become rich, first of all, reduce all your expenses which are taking away your wealth. Now start investing into yourself, because you will need certain skills to sell. And so I always tell people, you need to have your selling machine. Okay, everybody needs to have their selling machine if they want to take control of their life. Now there are 4 types of people, okay, when it comes to selling, and I'm just sharing this with you so that you understand the concept. There are people who are sellers, who are selling stuff. And now, we need to be among those who are selling stuff, because the only way you will make money, more money, is when you are selling some stuff. Then there are people who are buying stuff. Okay, now all of us, we buy stuff, and that's for sure. We can't live without buying what somebody else has created. So we buy fruits, we buy gadgets, we buy services, we buy electricity, gas, everything, right? So we buy stuff. The third is people. When it comes to your business, there will be people who are confused, okay, and there will be people who are not buying. And so what happens is, a lot of time I have seen a lot of people, they are putting a lot of focus on people who are not buying, trying to convince them to buy your stuff, or people who are confused to tell them how it's going to improve their life. If I was in your place, I would literally leave them alone, let them do whatever they want, because what you need is, you need people who literally are interested to buy what you have to offer. Okay, and so when you will go out, if you have something really amazing to offer, let's say it's a product, it's a service, it's a skill which is required by people, now what you can do is, in today's day and age, you can literally, you don't need anyone. You can go on the internet and you can scale to any part of the world, and you can be sitting at your home and you could still be selling some amazing products or services just like this. Now, it's going to, maybe initially it's going to take some time to come up with this kind of an idea to build your products or services or solutions which are required by people. You know, it's good. It could be initially, it could take time. Until that time, if you want, you could do affiliate marketing or sell somebody else's products which are required in the marketplace, and that way you could start making some kind of recurring income for yourself. But you need to remember, बहुत सारे लोग, the reason they are stuck is because they have been conditioned in a way कि उनको instant gratification चाहिए. Look at all the employees. They work for 25 days, 30 days, and then they need a salary. And when you become an entrepreneur, so kya hoga when I became an entrepreneur, so there was a time of like around 8 to 9 months when I kept on learning and learning and learning and learning, and then I started earning. Okay, so for those 9 months, I could not earn because I could not, I could not earn because before that I was making my systems. So when you have to become an entrepreneur, or when you have to transition to become an entrepreneur who's selling your own products or service, you have to create some systems. And when you are creating those systems will not immediately give you the results. Okay, so think about this. जब भी कोई बड़ा entrepreneur कोई भी बड़ा project शुरू करता है, there is a time जब वो project जो है under construction होता है and before it starts pumping up money. Okay, and so most of the people, most of the middle class, they are not ready for this. And what now I would encourage you is to be willing to do that willingly, because if you don't do it willingly, it's anyways you are going to be, if you're in a job, there will be a time when you will be chucked out of the job, or you will have that insecurity, or you will feel dissatisfied. And so it's good if you could create your machine. Now today we have created systems where we are actually helping our students to build that systems and those machines in 7 to 10 days. So what we have done is we have reduced those 9 to 10 months of time to just 7 to 10 days. Now you could still be taking 9 months, because I took 9 months, okay, 8 to 9 months to build my machine before it started giving me results, but it changed my life. And so the biggest question I would again want you to ask yourself is that in the next 3 years, in the next 4 years, how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? What is the kind of life you want? Do you want to have a life where you have more time? Do you want to have a life where you have more control over your finances? Do you want a life where you can actually, invest more time, enjoy more time with your family and do what you want? And do you also want to be a person who has a lot of skills where people literally want to come to you and they want to work with you? Do you want that kind of life? Or are you, happy wherever you are right now? Because the important thing is that in next 4 years, you will reach somewhere. And the most important question is, my friend, where? And you have a choice today. You can decide to reach at a particular destination, and you can reach there, or you can let the life drag you and take you to wherever it's going to take you. And for most of the people, the life is going to drag them, and they will reach somewhere which they will not like in next 4 years. But it should not be true for you. I hope this video blesses you. Stay blessed by the best. Give me a like, share it with someone if you felt that this video literally helped you. God bless. Do some amazing stuffs. My friend, when you will align your desires, your imagination and your actions, miracles will happen and you can have whatever you want in your life. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Cheers. Bye-bye. This is your friend Vinay.